Do you guys have a movie theater in
in your
town?
village?
No, not in my village. It's too small. But up the road, the next town, which is about a 10-minute drive, they got one. It's an old private one. It's not one of the big chains. And they renovated it a few years ago because it was quite old and run down. And they had one screen, and then after the renovations, they had 3 screens.
Wow.
So
What
it
are
was
they?
quite-
Tear it into 3?
They were a lot more intimate and smaller. So they had 3 screens, so we had variation of movie,
Okay.
which is good. But they had a full-on bar and restaurant, and the seats in the movie house itself were all sofas with tables, and you'd order your food and they'd bring it to you at your seat in the movie house. I mean, this was all awesome because I actually had as a gift, I had an annual membership fee, so I got movies for free. So I used to go there for quite a lot when they opened, and then I was still coming and going, I've just spent £50, but I didn't have to pay for movie tickets. I mean, I know popcorn's overpriced, but come on. And it was because of the price of the drinks and the food, but I'll still go back because it was pretty cool. You know, it's so comfy, and you're in a 2-seater couch with a table. You need more drinks, they come and bring it to you. Oh yeah. It's very similar.
Yeah. Now they've also started having these premier upmarket elite cinemas now. New Metro
and Stokenico,
But they've also got some private cinemas. There's one, isn't there one in Parkhurst called the Bioscope?
No.
Yeah.
It's called the Bioscope.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
It's
that.
called the Bioscope. I think it's
What type of movies do they screen?
No, like they get normal porn. Debbie does Dallas.
Nothing but the best.
Yeah, Debbie does them all.
Debbie did the movies. Yeah.
Did you come with us? Speaking of that, did you come with us to Carousel?
I've been
Kilmartin.
to Carousel.
It was Kilmartin. I think it was at the end of Matric. It was Kilmartin, Jerry, and myself.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if you were.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was me.
Okay.
Where was I?
I don't know. You went to the army, dude. Weren't you in the army?
Yeah, 6 months after school, I went to the army.
Okay. Then it was. You couldn't have been in the army then, because I think we had just finished Matric. Anyway, I don't know where you were. I don't know where you were. Okay, you and I went down to Cape Town at the end of Matric, but I'm trying to think when it was. But anyway, we went there to Carousel too, because that used to be in the old homeland, one of the old homelands, and it was so they could have a casino there, because in South Africa, before the end of the government at that time, there was no gambling and no pornography allowed in South Africa. So no dirty mags, no dirty movies, and no gambling.
Yeah.
But what they did is that they then the homelands. So there was Bophuthatswana. No, it was Bophuthatswana.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was I think Carousel fell within Bophuthatswana.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Yeah, so these were like homelands that were like, it's like area of the country that the government had said the African people could go and stay
It's
there.
under tribal
Stuff. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get the right word there. And they then were allowed to do not whatever they wanted, but they then had casinos in those areas. So there was another one called Mabatu Sun, which is also a casino.
Was Sun City also part of this whole deal?
Yeah.
Sun City was. Yeah, that's right. It was, yeah. So,
Wild Coast Sun was in Transkei.
Yes.
What was the one up in Venda? Was that Babatu?
I think that's the Mabatu Sun one, yeah. So anyway, so if you wanted to go watch a dirty movie, well, that's where you went.
Okay, so you guys had to like really travel far.
Yeah. Anyway, it was good fun.
No, I wasn't on that trip.
No. Yeah. So anyway, we're back to cinemas again. I wonder when. I mean, the cinemas are open now in South Africa. It's just the movies aren't there.
Yeah.
I just don't see. Okay, I think we've had this conversation before. I can't see how the cinemas are going to stay open. In the current format, they can't. They're not going to have the same takings at the door. They have to ensure social distancing, so their revenues are going to be low. And I think also, if you think about some of the movie houses have now changed their distribution. They're now doing more streaming through the usual providers, and we're seeing lots of changes in that environment as to who's the jostling of position and who has the best streaming capability. So is there a future for Ster-Kinekor and New Metro, or do they evolve, change themselves?
I don't know. Hey, I really look. I mean, the reality is, even before COVID, the cinemas were not
Doing
like
well.
they were not full. If you went to watch a movie, sometimes on a maybe on a premiere night. So in other words, like the first Friday that a movie
Drops, yeah.
came out, like a highly anticipated movie, you would probably struggle to get in. You would have to book early. But if you went, it wasn't like the movie wasn't packed. Maybe a third of the movie maximum, in some cases, would be full, third full.
Is that because you used to go to matinees?
No. No. Nice try. Try again.
Okay.
Right.
I think the last movie you watched was Burning Ambition.
Yeah, Burning Ambition. Burning Man. Yeah. So,
Steps.
I'm not.
but I
gonna-
mean, it is a
I'm
good
not gonna-
question.
I'm not gonna watch for example, say big premieres, like
At the movies.
like Top Gun or James Bond in the movies.
You're not going to.
No.
No. Would you wait for it to come out on some streaming service?
Yeah.
Or
sure.
are you going to fire up your VPN?
No, I'll wait for it to come out on some streaming service.
Yeah.
Top Gun 2 is released in the UK on the 2nd of July.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
They haven't heard about the third wave, dude.
Yeah, but the immunization rate in this country is
Pretty high. It's getting high,
Unadvanced.
yeah.
Okay, here's the interesting fact. Right? So even if you're vaccinated, you can still get COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So the social distancing and the
Everything
Except
still remains.
it's still going to be in
Still
place.
remains, yeah.
So what's going to be different? What's going to make them drop that movie then and not now or 2 months ago?
I think they made a miscalculation. They could have made a lot of money if they dropped it during the pandemic while everyone was at home and did some sort of a streaming service deal. They would have coined more than through the
Yeah,
box office.
absolutely.
The problem is holding back, right? Especially the long time they've been holding back on. It's like it actually makes the matters worse.
Well, I mean, I've said this before, and I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but
You
I
don't.
can tell you
You
right
don't.
now. I can tell you right now. I would have paid the money to watch James Bond on a streaming service, but now I'm like over it. I'm like, when James Bond comes out, I'm not like going to be like when they first said that it was going to come out. I was like, what day is it coming out? Oh, it's coming out on the 12th of November. Oh, okay. So that's the day after my birthday. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm there. Fuck, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Did I just use the F-bomb?
Yes.
I can't wait. Sorry, Mom. I can't wait. Right? Now, if they told me it's coming out tomorrow.
What
okay.
if they tell you it's coming out on the 11th of November for your 50th birthday?
What do you mean it's going to come out next year
Yes.
in November?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had this conversation at the time. When it comes out, and despite all your protests and going, I'm over it. Let's look at the time whether how close to the release date you actually.
Well, put it this way.
because you will go and see it.
I will. I'm not denying that I will go and see it, right? But I'm not as excited as I was before. And when they announce the date that it's going to come out, I'm not going to be like clearing my calendar. That's what I'm trying to say. I probably will go and watch it in the cinema. I do accept that and whatever. But I might not be there like on the first day that it drops. I
the
might say, you
second.
know what?
Or the
Because
second.
because also another thing that even before the whole COVID thing and whatever is happening with them not releasing movies and so on, even before then, I mean, you can ask my daughters. I don't like going to the cinema
Why?
because there's always something wrong.
Really?
Either the aircon's not working, or there's a
Sound.
problem with the projector, or there's a problem with the sound, or there's some, like the cinemas got people in it that are on their cell phone and they're having a conversation.
Dude next to you farting.
Yeah, never had that. But anyway, so you know what is that? Like, I generally don't like going to the cinema anyway, right? But sometimes I would say, okay, I'll forego my reservations with it because I want to go and watch this movie.
So
Like
here's
when-
the deal. Here's
when-
the deal. Like
when
when
Black
you-
Panther came out,
Yeah.
like I said to Becky, come, let's go. I might have told the story before. It was a Tuesday night, right? And I said, no, screw this. I want to go watch Black Panther. I'm going to forego my reservations by going to watch movies in the cinema. Let's go. Off we went. We went to Rosebank, the Zone, buy our tickets, standing in the queue, getting our popcorn, whatever. I get to the front. There's a little sign there in the front there that says, please note, Cinema 1, aircon's not working.
Yeah.
I look at my tickets,
Cinema 1.
Cinema 1. And I said to Becky, this is the reason why I don't come to the cinemas. So, yeah.
That's
anyway,
hectic.
That's my story. But yes, I will go watch
Yeah,
James
but why?
Bond.
That's just ridiculous. If the cinema's not working for a camera or an aircon or whatever it is, why are they actually still having screenings?
Okay,
Yeah,
let
they
me.
want to sell the tickets.
Yeah,
They
let
wanna
me tell you a story. This was a close one. So, at Cresta, they got the cinemas there, taking a call. So, a couple of years ago, Metallica brings out a feature movie called now it's like the name of the movie is just left me now.
It's the meds.
The meth. The
meds.
meth. The meth. Yeah, I need some more meth. Anyway, Through the Never. It was called Through the Never, right? So they're going to release this feature thing. They're going to show it in the cinemas around the world. So, okay, they're showing it at Cresta on this day. I think it was only one day at like 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so all the metalheads, dude, they're all there. So
Metallica
Andrew
t-shirts.
Webster and are there.
Yeah.
And
you guys wearing your Metallica t-shirts and everything.
yeah, something like that. Anyway, we're there. Okay, we're going to watch this thing. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. Oh, no, this is the right story. Then I've got two stories to tell you because it happened more than once. So, no, okay, so this one was actually at
I think we're going to be traumatized by the end of this.
No, you won't be traumatized. But, okay, so Through the Never was at, I think it was at Monte Casino. And we went to go watch there, and there was a problem with the speakers, right? So you can actually hear them talking properly. Then, on a separate occasion, they had a thing called the Big Four, which was Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer. Okay, so they had this like concert that they did, which was called the Big Four, and they released it as a feature movie, and it was in the cinemas around there. This one was at Cresta, so we went to watch this one, and so what they did is they like split it into two. So you would watch Metallica and Megadeth, and then there would be a break, and then you would watch the Slayer and Anthrax part of the concert. At the end of the thing, it's intermission. We've done Metallica and Megadeth, and we go out, and we, getting something to drink there in the cinema. And then they're like, the manager comes over and he stands up on the chair. He's like, excuse me, guys, I've got a bit of bad news for you. They forgot to send the second disc.
Yo.
So it's like on a hard drive
Yeah.
that they put into the projection system, and they forgot to send the second drive, right? So, I mean, I've got so many stories about how things go bad at the cinema, right?
Yeah.
And so So you can imagine now you got these metalheads that have snuck in some alcohol. They've all been doping there in the
Yeah.
cinema, you know, like from their half jack, and now you've just told them that half of the. I mean,
that could potentially cause a revolution.
yeah, they could have been a flipping riot.
Yeah.
Like, could have lost their shit. Anyway. So yeah, so that's my. I mean, I can tell you more stories about
This stuff
incidents
only
that I've
happens
had
to
in the
you.
cinema.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
dude.
you.
Like, dude, you in cinemas, man. Like, seriously, that never happened to me. Like, ever.
Well, I tell you what, you come with me.
No,
No,
why
no.
would we do that?
No, dude.
Bad
I've got-
track record here.
Yeah, I've got such bad luck, dude.
You have impeccable track record in terms of
Yes.
screwing up
Yeah. Step
trips to
this
the
way.
movie house. I'm sorry, dude, but like, I'm
Get
not
it,
going
Steph.
with you to the movies.
Date night,
Yeah.
it's off.
Date night as well.